Hi guys, day 29. I'm nearing the end of my commitment of 30 days, which is kind of exciting and kind of like, all right, so what's next? Um, I'm like thoroughly being challenged on so many different levels in my life right now. That's when the trust factor comes in. I said that like I'm not sure, right? But no, yeah, that's when the trust factor comes in. That's when you jump off the cliff and you trust that your wings will bust out and you will fly. Let me rephrase all that. That's when I jump off the cliff and I trust that my wings will come out and I will fly. So I've been taking all my classes, getting ready to step into that next part of life, whatever that is, I don't know. All stepping into the unknown. But it's funny because yesterday, like I did it, but I was signing up for a class that I've been wanting to take. I didn't want to spend the money because I'm like, I don't really have this money to be spending. And then as I was like debating, Noah comes running into the room. I don't even remember what he asked me. But just looking at his face, it was like, I'm his role model, right? Like, I am, and like he says, like, Mommy, you are my universe, right? I'm his universe. So he is going to model my behavior. And at this point, I'm not even doing it as much for me as I am for him. I don't want him to live scared. And I don't want him to live small. I want him to always be as big as he is. I want him to always be aware of his fears and have courage and move forward anyways. There's no failing. There's really no failure, right? Like, we either win or we learn, but there is no failing. Nobody gets it right all the time, and I don't care what anybody says. Nobody has a perfect life. Everybody has their things. That's a part of this human existence, right? We live in a world of duality. You can't go up if you don't go down. You can't be high if you can't go low. You can't go right if you can't go left. It's all existing within the same nucleus, bubble, sphere. It's like the yin and the yang, the ebb and the flow. So right after he walked in, I was like, yes, I'm going to do this. Why? Because I have a lot of resistance towards it. Why? Because I know that I'm really good at, but that I'm scared that I'm not going to be good enough, or but I don't know enough, or nobody's going to take me seriously. Nobody's really going to listen to me. Nobody, all those mind chatter things. And just seeing his face and feeling his like love vibration just shut all that off, and was like, no, we're going to do this. So click, bought, and I started doing the program today. I don't really know where it's going to take me or how it's going to work out, much like my neck work. I had the talk with the doctor today. He said, how are you feeling? You feeling better? And I was like, yeah, I was really frustrated last time because I live in this like, I don't even remember how I said it to him, but it was like, I really felt guided that I was going to be seeing you because you lived in the same sphere of magical, miraculous happenings. So I thought that that's why we would be jiving together. And he looked at me and he smiled, a big, great, heartfelt smile, and was like, I do. And yeah, we started jiving on that, on like how the observer affects what's being observed or creates what's being observed. And we're like, yeah, he was like, yeah, let's work from that standpoint. Like, I'm with you. So we had the the other doctor come in to look at me, and he reviews my file because he's the guy that like 48 years ago invented this procedure, and he's like the master of this procedure. And he looks at the file and he goes, well, Thelma, you are a unique girl. And I couldn't help but just like crack up. And it reminded me how much I created all of this. When I was little, I always wanted something, because I always felt like special and like like weird, like I was different. And then everybody that I was surrounded by, and people would just always like, oh, you're too emotional, or you're too crazy, or you have a wild imagination, or oh, you're so rebellious, or there was always something said to me that I ended up like taking on as like my own truth. So I wanted always something that like was visibly different about me, so people would recognize how different I am. So that it was almost like I wanted the validation. You know, fast forward, I am a very unique girl, apparently, and my case is very complex. And yeah, so he came in and like gave out some pointers to the younger doctor of like how we could better treat this. And this time when they adjusted me, it was like I lost my balance when I stood up. Like it was very wonky. So I've been in this wonky state. And then I got hit with some more news of like just things that are totally putting me on my ass. Like, yeah, it's almost like being pushed, like you must grow. You must move forward. You've chosen this path, you've chosen these things, and whether you like it or not, like you're gonna go. Or I sit and suffer and dramatize everything and just crawl into a hole and go, oh, poor me. And I might do that. You know, my little poor me's like last shorter and shorter, which is a huge, huge development in the self. But it was like I just hung up the phone with my with the person bearing the news, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get off the phone and cry now for a little bit, and then I'll figure this out and we'll get it done. You know, like it'll be fine. But instead of crying, I turned on the camera. It helped me feel better last time. I thought maybe it would help now. So that's my day for today. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And remember all these things in life. They're just clouds passing through the sky. We're infinite beings of light. Nothing can really hurt us or destroy us, or there is no loss. We're the observer, watching everything go by. So everything will be fine. And I'm being pushed out of my comfort zone. So, yay, hooray! As I go kicking and screaming. Have a great day. Bye.